Hey, for more, I want to bring in the founder of Freeze Associates, Foster Freeze. Foster, thanks for joining us.
I'm always glad to be here. Thanks.
You know,
it's a nice chilly day.
A lot of people know you more these days from your political involvement and your charity work, but they don't realize you became a self-made billionaire as an investor. So first and foremost, I want to get your thoughts on this, the market, the headline-driven the markets, but also maybe some of the other signs we're seeing. Remember, we got a CPI report out this morning that was relatively benign. It feels like a Goldilocks economy to me. Strong jobs growth, not a lot of inflation.
Well, Charles, remember our success was built on a philosophy that there's three important things that drive a stock's price. Those three things are earnings, earnings, and earnings. And it's a very difficult environment now where so much of the stock's values is derived by some statement from the Fed or some news out of Brexit discussions. And I think the smartest thing for investors to do is, as I told our potential clients, never invest in the stock market. Invest in individual companies, and then just stick with them until you find something better and replace it. So I think a lot of this chatter about all the different things going on is kind of counterproductive.
Now, another thing, of course, driving these markets are headlines out of Capitol Hill, and particularly out of the White House. I know that you visited the White House yesterday. You met with various officers, including the vice president. Share with us some of the things that you see going on.
Well, I think we also had a meeting with a couple of senators, and we talked a lot about health care and the way we message things. The Republicans missed the boat. For example, we talked about slashing the corporate rate from 38% to 15%. That was our mantra. Instead of saying, let's take the third or second highest corporate tax rate and, quote, bring it in line with our competitors, China and Russia. I think that sells better. So if you look at the meeting I had with one of the very top people in the White House, Brooks Rollins, they have now coming out with their First Step Act. They've been working for a year and a half on prison reform, criminal justice reform, and I think it's the beginning of a first thing that kind of can get us back to a bipartisan environment. And I think that's going to be very, very helpful to the markets to a certain extent. Although I think earnings are what drives the stock, I think to have an environment where people seem to be getting along better, I think would be a good sign.
That's a great point. I mean, we also had a farm bill that passed in the Senate overnight overwhelmingly. I think maybe more Republicans actually voted against it than Democrats. Nevertheless, between the prison reform, the farm bill, some of these bipartisan things, which I think might, be more important than the dust-up we saw in that gaggle yesterday, there is something to be said about a positive feeling or things getting done, or at least a civility in Washington. Even though earnings count, the mood of the nation ultimately, the income statement begins with the revenue line, and sometimes that's helped with a positive mood of the nation.
Right, Charles, also you want to remember a lot of the venom coming from the kingdom of D.C. and spewing out onto us in the colonies here. We have to remember, you go to any shopping mall in America, you find blacks, whites, Hispanics, Asians, fat people, skinny people, Republicans, Democrats, all shopping together, eating in the food courts together, laughing together. America is one of the most unique spots where we brought so many people together. And now we just have to kind of isolate ourselves from the venom from the kingdom in D.C. that gets magnified by the press. And if you look at the athletic fields, yeah.
I love what you just said, and it'd be a great way to finish off. But even though I'm getting a wrap signal, fast, please, if you can, Foster, your thoughts on where we're going with China.
Well, China is a very sad situation. While I was in the White House, I met with Frank Wolf, who heads up a large group with International Religious Freedom. And I didn't realize the extent of the imprisonment and re-education camps with, I believe it's called the Uyghur Muslims. They have over millions of people in these camps. Yeah. And also yesterday, Frank told me that the Chinese invaded a church home and arrested 200 people. So there's a lot of human rights issues which can put us in contention, much like the Khashoggi thing puts us in a tough spot with the Saudis.
I mean, 1 million people in prison because of their religion, labor camps. And, maybe sometimes we need to think why a cheap supply chain is cheap in the first place. Foster, I wish we could go on. Thank you very much. Always a pleasure. Thank you.
Well, Merry Christmas, Charles.
Sir.
You're a great guy.
Thanks a lot.